Because that natural law will always work. You always work. You will rent those things with you. That money will come with you. It will, at the end of the day, you either lose all the money, lose your life, or lose both. It's always like that. They throw him in jail, right? He will never, he will come back maybe in 25 years. By that time, he will never have innocence. Because they are putting every money laundering charge on him. Yes. They are putting every, what do you call it, a fraud, all those kind of charges, slam them on him like bad. Most luxury winners, 90 something percent, 5 years that they are back to square one. Unless, you see, the difference, I'll just make those casual, like if I give you 1 million. But look, I don't know you guys on a family level, right? Maybe you have sat at home with a very good parent, uncle, who you have observed. You say, this is my uncle, he got some money, a massive plan, or here, you see, or this is my elder brother, or my this thing, he did this, alcohol, or this, or that, or bad decisions, because now, that is a lesson for you. You have learned it. So, when you get something in your hands, what is going to come into your mind, first of all, is that uncle or that brother? That's the first thing. I'm not going to be like this, my brother. You get the point? But if you haven't had that experience, and you are just, it just lands on your bum like that, you will make every mistake, every mistake together. Every mistake on earth, you will make, and the money will find its rightful owner. Yes!
Things are buying, somebody something like money.
Yes! It will find its right. That's what I'm saying. The rightful owner will receive the money. You are illegitimate owner. You will just rent the money for maybe a year or two. And all this. Then the good lesson is that they will learn that all the friends who were with me, they really were not with me. It was the money you were with me.
Friends also vanish.
That's life. That is life.
And then it's for you cannot reach them.
People are required now at our age to have their own house and car and have a 401k or something. And it's outrageous because
where did they get that money from? You remember this Nigerian guy called Hashbaba? He was the picture perfect Instagram gloating guy. And look at what has happened. Because that natural law will always work. You always work. You will rent those things with you. That money will come with you. It will, at the end of the day, you either lose all the money, lose your life, or lose both. It's always like that. They throw him in jail, right? He will never, he will come back maybe in 25 years. By that time, he will never have innocence. Because they are putting every money laundering charge on him. Yes. They are putting every, what do you call it, a fraud, all those kind of charges, slam them on him like bad. And they will, if they want to mess your life up, they will make sure that your charges don't, when you are convicted, your charges don't run concurrent. They are stacked in front of each other. So, you can have multiple charges. It will be conspiracy to commit fraud, money laundering, theft, this, that. It's okay. Conspiracy to commit fraud is 5 years in jail. Money laundering, 15 years. This, 3 years. This, 2 years. They say all charges are running concurrently. So that means that the maximum term is 7 to 15 years. Because they are lumped. If you put a chart, they are all lumped together. But if they want to really kill you, they will not put all the charges on. They will put one charge. That charge is this in 5 years. Oh, okay, charge out 5 years. By the time your 5 years is ending, the next charge comes. So it's just stacking them like that. Unless there's a statute of limitation. Where statute of limitation is certain crime when you commit after a certain period of time, if you are not prosecuted, that charge vanishes. Unless that happens there, the prosecutors can really do that. And I think that's what you will need to do.
And because of the way he was so high profile, they will want to use him as an example.
Yes, to deter other people. To deter other people.
The high profile thing came to bite him.
There is nothing more solid than pure old traditional hard work. Pure old traditional hard work. Yes, it sounds ugly. It sounds like a mess. But that's the most sustaining way. And who said you are 23 years or 25 years, you can't make money? You can. You can. Sit down, think, identify problems. Sometimes you may not need to go it alone. Sometimes you get friends who share the same passion with you and share that burden. Be honest with each other. Yes. Incessantly pursue that passion. Serve. If you have something that costs $1 or $1 to become a millionaire, all that you need to do is find 1 million people who buy it. Right? So let's identify a problem and find those people, those target audience who need that service of you. And keep doing it. If you want to make it faster, find something that if you want it, that's something that will cost $100,000, sell it to 10 people. That's very fast. Or find something that costs $1 million and one person buys. But that will be tough. That will be tough. So in between the $1 and the $1 million, there's a lot of gray area. But the key thing is hard work. Hard work. Nothing is a substitute. And then when the roadblocks and the knocks come, see them as God-given opportunities. That is God-given opportunities. I'm going through this tough patch, but I don't have any money. I don't have any child. Because when things get fine for you, those are the days that you will remember. And you become so excited. You will remember the day you got the biggest check. You remember the day that you, and then now, Julian, when you go and then you are speaking to young people, and you know what, you will have something in your left hand stand on to passionately speak to people. Because you've been there. And young people don't want not your money that they are after your journey. Your journey is the most valuable. The process is what people want. It's not the end. It's not the process. And people want the process if you are going through harder mountains. So if you are going through hard mountains today, you're in a good place. Just find the energy to repurpose your energy for good something. To me, that's the most sustainable. Yes, all these things. They are not good enough. All these things, the money will find a very nice way of exiting your lives. And if it exits your life just like that, without causing you harm, you will have to be careful. Sometimes exit your life and throw you in jail or kill you.
So, I wanted to give me an advice. So, from the pressure that social media is giving to youth, there are students who are in universities and they are being depressed just because they think they can afford a car, this kind of apartment, this kind of lifestyle, and they sit and they think and they're not even working towards their education, and some of them are even school dropouts because they feel the society or social media is giving them pressure, so they can't contain or sustain it anymore. So you have to drop to the streets and go and look for money and other things. What's your advice to them?
I mean, first of all, if you're in school, basically, and you drop out because you can't afford what somebody else is is doing, that's a major problem. That's a major problem of the character of that person, themselves. Because first of all, these hands are not the same. These hands, this one is shorter, this is a little bit long, this is the tallest. Even they are the same human being, they are not the same. Right? Yeah. If you put your thumbprint on any thumbprint machine, yours will be completely different. Your course and your chart, of course, is completely different from anybody else, because God created all of us in His unique image and likeness. And we are all called to solve specific problems. You see, as you sit here, maybe you are the one who is going to invent maybe a major breakthrough medical device, right? Maybe as that here is going to be a major, whatever, maybe a real estate mogul or something. That, or he will have so much compassion that he wants to even build, let's say, apartment complexes for widows and orphans, right, out of his company's reserves. All those things are unique things that you can do. The worst thing that you can do as a human being is to become a carbon copy of somebody. You get a point? Yeah. And then the thing is, the second layer is, you don't even know how that person, he or she, made that money. Huh? Yeah. You don't know how he made that money. Yes, money, you can make them. You can make them the good way or the bad way. But the key is, I always use this proverb. Proverbs 10:20. So it says, what do you call it? Oh, how can I forget? Okay, I'll get, but I know the number. So it says that what do you call it? The Lord He makes rich and adds no sorrows. Okay, it's God who makes us rich, but He has no sorrows. So that means that there's riches that you can make, but it's attacked with sorrows. Mm-hmm. You get the point. So what is the point in doing all these crooked things, making the money and not being able to probably even sleep at night? Is it recently that we had there was some, I don't even, sometimes I struggle to believe these mysticisms, but maybe they said somebody went and wore somebody's ring, something ring, and he was tearing his hand off or something. Yeah, it's true. Look at how useless things like that. Because that person is looking at a friend who is maybe flashy and shiny. Hey, Charlie, this friend.
Actually, the story was he stole it from someone who's also a Sakawa person. And the person is living that lifestyle, so he wanted that lifestyle of the person. So when he stole it, he didn't know it had things to do with it. He didn't bat with the ring. And that was the end.
So you see, you're trying to make shortcuts. And that is an issue. Because now you are making your problem. He probably, he's on his worst, but he didn't make the money. But he probably got his finger maybe bruised or cut off or something like that. And that's the way. So for me, it's sitting back and noting that, look, in life, there are levels and there are stages. Today, somebody may be at stage 10. Today, you may be at stage 1. But it doesn't mean that your life is meaningless. It's all about, look, I am happy with my stage 1. I am happy with my stage. Even if you are stage 0.1, you are happy with your stage 0.1. If you can come to that level, then no matter what, my time will come. My time will come. When we were in school, there are so many stories, but I remember when my first job that I went, I got employed in Manchester, UK. And that I was working for my travel. That became Thomas Cook. And I remember I got the job. I was so happy because most Africans, you go to school, you can go and do PZY. Nobody gives a damn about your degrees. But to get employment is sometimes almost next to impossible. It's tough to really get what you learned. So most students do security and work at Asda and the other supermarkets just to be able to pay their rent and their bills, right? I've done all those things. I just felt the point that, look, I needed to get professional experience. So I applied, nothing was happening. Then one day I got a break to do a maternity cover for a lady as a finance assistant. I was way overqualified on that position. So I went in there And I was so eager to, I was so happy. They were paying me less than the cleaner. Yes! I'm telling you, but I never looked at that at all. That. And look, it's not like you guys do. At that time, I was married and I had a child. My first daughter was born. It wasn't easy. And me knowing, even a cleaner gets more salary than me working in finance, and I was dealing with, working in treasury. You see the money, treasury, what do you call it? We're doing treasury, FX hedging, and those things. You see maybe $200 million being hedged. You see the company buying aviation fuel for $80 million. You are processing all these things, and yet your money is less than that of a cleaner. So I remember one of my team members, he was a little bit racist, but I didn't care. So break time, we all went and we stood at the foyer of the office. This is like 10,000 our office. No, about 19,000 employees, but our office was the biggest. It was in north of Manchester, in Rochdale. So very nice location. And the company, UK, it's not like America where UK middle managers are giving company cars. Okay. So everybody, BMW, those times when you had the Golf 3, BMW Z1, and then the Audi, the smaller, the cute, nicer. Those were the 3 cars that all the middle managers had. The big guys were getting 4x4s, and then here comes me with my little money. I tried down and I bought some rickety car that was using. I mean, you see any of that kind of car in Africa? Ford Orion, 1981 version or so. Very old car. They'll come out and leave you on the road. So I remember one day we were still starting a fire. You can see the car park, the sea of cars. It was thousands of employees. So one guy who eventually became my boss said, we were like 10 people. We started there. We looked at the car and said, of all the cars in this company, Isaac has the shittest car. You get the point? You know, yes. If you it doesn't bother you, people are driving nice cars. This one, he's rubbing it in your face. But frankly speaking, I wasn't bothered at all. All I said was, wow, I'm really happy that I have this job, okay? People like me, you are doing security jobs. Being here alone is a blessing. I didn't care. You fast forward. Later, we moved to the US. I detested small cars. Because of that. I hated small cars to my core. So, when the time came and we were really settled, we bought our house and everything, we were buying cars, I told myself I will never buy a small car. So I remember I bought a car, and we bought a Tundra, so I said, look, that my boss who was making fun of me, he can never drive a Tundra in UK until he dies. You know why? You can't. The reason is the tax that he will pay in UK to drive that kind of car. It's only footballers who probably may be able to afford that car. Big 4x4s, Chevy Tahoes, and Escalades and those things. You can't. No UK. I'm not you're a footballer. He can't. So you see, several years ago he was making fun of me. Now who was having the final laugh? I have the shittest car. Okay, so let's compare with what I'm driving with. What he probably may even be a CEO. I don't really care. He can't drive that car. Till today he can't. In the UK, you can't drive that car. They'll give you some small environmentally friendly prayers and those kind of things. You know, maybe a Tesla, maybe a higher. It's like a very big computer. You can't. So life is a process. You know, I think so. If anybody is thinking that way, it's a process. And once you get in the process, nobody can take your experience and your process out of you. It cannot be taxed. No government can tax you for having a rich experience when you want to do things. So the last thing you want to do is just to look at what somebody is doing. You are actually insulting God. But you are telling God that He didn't treat you well enough. You are telling Him you are inadequate and it is His fault. But He's giving you all the gift, all the talent. Just nurture it and stop the competition to take them. And once pressure is taken off of you, you become more creative.
Yeah.
Yes. Once you just assume you are university, people are bringing their cash back. Yes. You see it. Hey, Charlie, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you because I know that if you go get it, the same God who helped you get it, He's available to me. He can also help me get it, and I'm so relaxed about it. I'm so nice about it. Honestly, thank God for your life. I will not be bitter about it. It frees your spirit. You become more creative. You become aspiring. You become daring. You know, and that is what it is. So I think for your generation, I think those are the kind of things that need to be. Trying to get quick back never works. Quick back. The blessing of the Lord is what makes us rich, and it adds no sorrows. Anything outside of that, you will get sorrows. You will see in flashy cars. I saw some video clip last week. I don't know how true it is. That somewhere in Nigeria, a gentleman was driving. It was an ML, Mercedes ML.
Yeah, I saw that video.
At a junction, they go to a junction.
He got out of the car.
And he got out of the car, shouting, I don't want your car anymore. I don't want this anymore. I don't want that. Look at how stupid the devil can do to you.
I've seen like a couple of them.
You see?
And some of them, their cars catch fire. They all
Wow.
the streets.
Wow. So these are the kind of things. You do that. It's look at how disgraceful that guy was. If he was flashing into his friends. now that thing will kill the guy. The weight of the disgrace alone. And if he doesn't have good mentors and people who counsel him, that will kill him. He was striking naked though.
Yeah.
With the girlfriend that he had and everything, with the fake wig and things. You know, it's just fleeting. But for me, the same way a 20-year-old, 19-year-old in America or Europe can make money legitimately. If you put yourself to it, you can't just look for problems to solve. Me, when I was on campus, I made more money than people who were working. US, Unity, or I make more money. I make more money. I always think about solutions. If you think that way, money will never be an issue. Yes, there's times when you sow the seed and it takes a while for the seed to germinate. Right? But if you keep doing it, I made money. I made money. USD, I had 2 photocopier machines. One at Unity Hall, Block A. One at Social Science Department. Each day, they were bringing more money than I could count. I'm telling you, more money than I could count. Number 2, I remember when I went to Tech, the very first week, let me say first month, when at the Alawaka, the second, something around that time. When I was going to Tech, the only money on me that I had was my transport from Accra to Kumasi, and what could possibly take care of me for a week. That's all the money I had, nothing else. I was lucky that I had house of residence straight because of my grades. So I got straight house of residence, Unity Hall. What was the room? Room 161. No, 160. Room 160. On the 6th floor. So I got it. Then all the money was on. So I stretched the money till about 3 weeks. But so you have to eat at all times. So you eat maybe once or twice a day. Go to, go and learn and you come. Because I went, hoping that I'll go what I have. I trust God that something will happen. So then, when the money came, the first loan came. I went and took it. I was so happy. Then right before I entered the house of residence, one of my roommates was wearing a very nice sandal. And I didn't have any footwear at that time. So I said, okay, wow, his name was the boss. He said, hey, the boss, this your son like this. It's nice. Who sent it to your his sisters or uncles? Oh, some guy be at Tech Junction. He makes them. I went and bought one. I said, wow, can you take me there? Immediately, I wasn't thinking about me, although I needed a shoe. I was thinking about how can I come to Accra and market something like this. You get the point? So immediately I went there. I remember that after I went there, I need to pay him a visit. So I went there. I said, his name was Safu. I seen these slippers or these sandals from this my roommate, and I really want it. So okay, this cost so. So okay. Now I want you to do me a favor. This is my loan. All of it, take that money. Just give me samples that can fit, and I'm going to take it to the Accra, there's a capital city to find market for it. He was shocked. I gave him all my money. My little man, I took transport, came to Accra. First year student. So when I came to Accra, I went straight to where they were selling the young boys are around the Accra Newtown area. But they were selling young boys, their jeans, that's the area for hip young guys. By the time I hit 2 shops, I had more than 100 orders. And each order I was making 150 to 200% profit. So I just went back to Kumasi the next day. I said, look, I don't have all the money. All the money I gave you is what I have. They're all the samples, they took it, but I have orders. So do it for me, and then I'll bring you the money. The moment I go, I've negotiated with them that I'll take half of the money. And then because my markup was so high, I brought the thing, put it there. Before you even drop it in your shop, give me 50% of it. That 50% settled the money. Okay. By the time I finished that, I did that 100. There were other shops who also their orders like 200, 300. So me by first year, second year, I was a millionaire. So second year, I started traveling to UK. All these students, I paid for my air ticket myself. Yes, I remember the first day I was going to pay the ticket at the travel and tours. I bent my CD into dollar, and I went I paid. I remember it was $650 or something. It's like almost 30 years ago. $650 was heavy money at that time. So I paid everything. When I went, the work that I did, I bought my first photocopier machine because I had studied the system. This is what we do. I knew what is needed on campus. I brought it on campus. I was still doing. Now I had sublet my shoe business to somebody at Lagos. I wasn't even directly doing it. I was doing the photocopier business. Photocopier business, the only problem is it breaks down quite often, and the repair costs are very, very high. So you make a lot of money by repair costs. Grab your but even then, it was reasonable. So you see, somebody was probably in the same year or struggling. Charlie, life is hard on life. So, in a sense, I never went to anybody to take care of my education. You get it? So these are the kind of things. You guys have to think creatively. Don't copy people, you're too cheap. Anyway, so Colin, I think you had enough fun.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I really learned a lot.
Yeah, we've learned a lot.
Thank you very much.
These are the things. So let me go and get